Well, hello everybody. That was close. I was off to the side. Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I actually just did a little intro, but we weren't actually live, so that's quite funny that here we are again. You wouldn't have known that had I not told you, but here we are. So nice to have you all back. It's June. I can't believe we're June of our monthly lives. All I can say is it's sunny, I'm sweating, my new fringe is sticking to my forehead, and I've got sweat going down my back. And you needed to know all that, didn't you? Yes, you did. So we've got 3 people in so far. That's cool. We'll just keep it going. Today we've got fantabulous guests. We've got 3 waiting. The 4th may or may turn up because they said they might not be able to in the end, but that's all right, and we love it. If you are here, say hello in the comments so that we know that you are here so we can say hi to you. So today we've got the wonderful Andrew Dunphy. I've known Andrew for like years, like probably half my life, even more than half my life. Andrew is like royalty. As I've been telling everybody on the old, like shouting out about this today, he's like royalty. He's been around all of the art scene in Waterford when I was growing up, doing all of the lighting and tech and everything and all of our shows, touring. He's now, well, he'll tell you everything about him. Oh, face. Don't get distracted. I'll always get distracted. We've got the lovely Lisa, who again, I've known for years. It's a real familiar, very familiar live today. Lisa I've known for years. I've assisted her. One of my first jobs in London was assisting her at Greenwich Dance. And then since then, we've kind of bumped in and worked with each other every now and again. And then the 3rd person who has gone viral this weekend, and it is my lovely husband. Cara is not here. It's Abby. Hello, Abby. And so he'll be on later on as well. So we've got a lovely mixed bill of people to listen to today and to listen and watch. I've also got a couple of shows to shout out about for some people. So we are using our lives up. Right, we've got 3 people. We're just going to keep going, and we're going to just go straight into the first person, which is the lovely Andrew. You ready? Give me a thumbs up so I know you're ready. Right, let's bring you in. Babu, hello.
Hello, Sarah. Good to see you again. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I think the last time we saw each other properly was when I brought Sit back to Spree. Spree is an outdoor festival in Ireland, and you took some beautiful photos for us.
Yeah, that was great. I was involved with Spree for 23 years.
We've all done our dues with Spree.
I think everyone in Waterford has.
Yeah, whether you are a performer or not. Hello, Sister Jill is watching. Yes, it's Waterford. It brings the whole, probably I'd say the country together. Like in all these outdoor arts festivals around the world, especially in Waterford, it's such a community thing. Everyone gets involved. I know as a kid, I was walking in the parades, but I'd also be backstage making the costumes and everything. What did you do at Spree? What was your main?
When I originally started with Spree, I started as one of the drummers. Yeah. So and then I got involved in the production end of things. So I gave up drumming then and just concentrated on the production end. So I've basically done everything and anything in between, from building the floats, production stage managing, stages, act liaison, done the whole range. And then for the last couple of years, I was photographing it with Aideen Murphy. The 2 of us were photographing. So yeah.
But also, you said just before we came on, you've now retired from, because also you were doing lighting design and you were touring. So now you've left the theatre world behind, and let's tell everybody what you're doing now.
Well, I set up my own company just over a year ago called Double Dragon Weaving. So I weave scarves and belts and trim for Viking reenactors. So that's what I do.
Oh, amazing! I know Sam, your brother Laurie, would be well into that, getting some of those scarves. Do you have anything with you handy that you can show us?
Yeah, if you just bear with me 2 secs.
Bear with you. Bear with you. Let's just dance, everybody. I'll put a bit of music on. Let's have a little dance while Andrew's going to get that. Let's go dance.
Right.
Well, we're dancing now while you're not there. That's it, Lise dancing. Woo, right, I'll stop. Woo. My special songs I put on for this. Show us one of your scarves.
This is one of the scarves, yeah. It's
wow, that's beautiful. How long would it take you to make one of them?
With this particular pattern, it'll take about 3 days to do.
Okay, wow. I always just thought you were going to say, it actually takes me 3 weeks, night and day. Wow.
If I was lazy, it'd take 3 weeks.
Right.
But normally 3 days. And then this is one of the belts.
Oh, wow.
This is actually a commission piece for someone. So that's the kind of stuff I do. And
amazing. How did you get into that?
I'm part of the Dacia medieval Viking reenactment group here in Mortwood, and because I'm good friends with Claire Horgan, so I got involved through her, but originally just to take photographs. But as the years went along, I now reenact. So I'm an Arabic spice trader. So yeah.
Just for people who are watching who may not know, Waterford, the city where Andrew and I are from, it's the oldest city in Ireland, and Vikings were the first settlers, no? I don't want
to. They basically founded the city. They basically founded the city. So
yeah,
and it was originally out in the Woodstown site, which would be along the Greenway, and then they moved it into where Reginald's Tower is around there now. So yeah, it's the oldest city in Ireland, and yeah,
the oldest city.
And we're quite proud of our Viking heritage.
Yeah, I love it. When I brought Sam home, we did a bit of the tour and stuff. We went up the tower, and I love all of that stuff. When I made the History of Ireland show, I definitely made sure there was some Viking knowledge put into the show. Nice. Can I ask you a few quick fire questions?
Yeah, work away.
What music are you listening to right now?
Right now, I recently came across a heavy metal band called Imperial Age. All right, it's opera singers, right? Formed a heavy metal band.
Oh wow!
It was really, really good. It came up on my Facebook feed about them, and you can download 7 of their songs for free. And so I did, and they were really interesting. So, like, my taste in music ranges from opera right up to heavy metal and a lot of in between. But it's primarily, my interest would be in reggae music and all forms of reggae music.
You're a man of many different facets and ideas. I'm like, who is Andrew? He's everything. What has been? Well, these are not going quick fire anymore, Andrew. That was a very long answer, but that's okay. That is okay. What is your favorite? What was been your favorite event ever to photograph? There is a right answer to this.
Oh,
I'm joking.
That's a hard one. That really is a hard one to answer. I'd say my favorite was my niece's graduation pictures.
Oh, cute family. Oh, my nieces, they're growing up way too fast for me. Abby, who's watching, knows I keep trying to stop growing up, and she's like, I can't. I'm like, fine. I can see it's already 1:15, so I'm just going to bring in somebody else. We'll speak to you at the end, Andrew.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you so much. The time
You're
just goes
welcome.
so fast.
Doesn't it?
It does. When you're having fun. Right, we're moving now. The wonderful Andrew. It's going so fast. We speak to him for hours. Let's just, because we've been actually, let's a little dance. Let's a little dance game, because I feel like we've been talking, although it's going really fast. I mean, is that just the heat? Is that just me? Who knows?
When we wake.
Oh, that's a bit too slow. This one. Yeah, let's have a little dance, everybody. And then we're going to bring in Lisa. Here we go. Yes. Music epidemic sounds, so I'm allowed. Do all this. So Lisa, are you ready? Thumbs up. Here we go. People in the comments, let us know if you've got any questions for any of the people here today. Let us know, okay? Here you come, Lisa. And she comes. There you are. How are you?
Oh, hello. It is such a pleasure to be here today. And how lovely was that? That was just great, wasn't it?
Well, Andrew, I know.
Beautiful blanket, beautiful belt, beautiful stories. Loved it.
Incredible. I know. He's, as I said, Waterford royalty.
Absolutely. I can see why. I can see now why you've been trailing that. But
yes. It's so nice to see your face. I don't think I've seen you since maybe, was it the live before?
Oh goodness, yes.
The live for dancing field right now.
This seems to be going much better. I can hear you and everything. It's
I've now got a better computer, and I figured out how to use the software. That would be why. Well, you're looking so amazing. So you have very kindly offered to be like an agony aunt to people who want to put shows on. I've got some questions that have come through. Oh, there they are. We're going straight in. Are you happy to go for agony aunt first, and then we can go in with? Oh, there you go. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Chloe Mead is here. I'd love to know how the scarf belt were made, by hand or with a tool. Chloe Mead, we will be asking Andrew that question afterwards, okay? All right, Lisa, right, here's some questions we got from Instagram.
Lovely.
Let me get into them. Okay, 1 second. I just had like, this is so not what we need to be talking about, but like so many different people following me that are all bots.
Oh, that's I don't know what you do about that. I'm not an Instagram agony aunt. I'm sorry. That's not.
Well, what I can do is I can just delete them, but it's just very odd.
Yeah. Oh,
all right.
Well, yeah.
I don't know why I shared that, but I shared that. Okay, here we go. All right, we've got them all here. Okay, so first question is, oh yeah, let's not no order. Just, do I need special insurance now that I'm bringing my show? We're going straight in, artists.
Absolutely straight in. This is a question that's come up a lot in the network that I'm part of, and you will probably find that if you speak to your regular insurer, then there is no additional cover available. In terms of, when you say insurance as well, it's very important to be clear about what you're trying to insure against a risk of. Is this cancellation? Is this, are you trying to insure yourself against the possibility of a liability suit from one of your dancers if you make them sick? So that's a slightly broad question. But the kind of the short answer is I have not yet come across an insurer that will provide a specific COVID insurance add-on to your policy. So addressing those two issues that I just mentioned as examples, when you are taking on work with a venue, it's important to speak and be transparent with them about the possibility of postponement or cancellation and get that built into your contract. And if we are talking about your dancers, then the most important thing is to put in place some mitigations to avoid the risk of becoming or somebody becoming sick on your production. And I bet there's going to be a follow-on question about that, is there? Is that a burning question that people might have, or should we talk about that?
Let's talk about it, because the question's not here. I could pretend, but it's
Okay.
not.
So Mrs. Janet Botherley from Milton Keynes has asked, what mitigation can I take to COVID secure my production, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what Janet said. Janet said that.
Well, Janet, this is a question I'm being asked a lot as well. So there are 3 things that you can really look at. One is to take a view on whether you need to rehearse right now and whether you need to rehearse in person. So certainly virtual rehearsals via Zoom, it's something that we've been doing increasingly in the last year. Obvious reasons. It does not work for all forms of research creation and rehearsal, depending on the material, but it can be a useful tool for learning sections of material. For example, if you're teaching a company existing repertory, and if they're not working face-to-face or in contact. So you can learn phrases via Zoom and not be...
Even now, still going forward, you should still build that into your schedule if that's a worry.
I mean, I will say it's something we're planning to do going forward, and it's something I'm interested in pursuing into the future, even after we have reached a state of whatever normality is about to look like, because I think there are sustainability issues as well to traveling for auditions, rehearsals. I think if you can get started remotely, that's something to consider, I think, even after we get back to a stage of being healthy and relatively normal. So the second thing then, which I think, Sarah, you're aware of, having done a project recently, is regular testing. So lateral flow tests are now available for free. You go to the gov.uk website, you order yourself some lateral tests. Home, they're self-administered. You don't need special, all of the equipment comes in a box. You test yourself, you file your result, and of course, if you have symptoms or you have a positive COVID result, you don't come to rehearsal. And we've been doing things like COVID monitoring in the studio, taking temperatures when people arrive. And I'm just going to touch some wood. 6 months and we have not yet had a case. Touch, touch, touch.
So let's talk about what you've been working on throughout, because you've not stopped. You have not stopped. What have you been working on?
True. So in the since do you know I didn't prep that question, Sarah?
I thought I'm enjoying the questions about what to do, but I thought actually I was going to talk about you, because actually it's quite depressing talking about what COVID can do, and I just thought let's talk about you for a little bit and we can answer the questions after.
Absolutely. Well, when many people first shut down, are we using BBC rules? Am I naming companies? No. I work for a major touring company in the UK. So yes, we first put out a series of digital films for online broadcast, which many companies did.
Who?
So this is Shobana. So Shobana Jazz and Dance put out a series of 12 short films over the March to August period last year. Ooh. But in that time, we did a remote online R&D. Did do some outdoor performances in the summer. And then in the autumn and winter, we did do some in-person R&D, which led to a 10-week in-person creation period, January to March, for our forthcoming touring production, which is embargoed. So not anymore. But we did have a long period of time in the studio with dancers and creative collaborators, which was fantastic. There were challenges, but it was also very energizing to be able to work on something that will be a real touring production next year. So I'll be able to tell you what and where and to come and see it, but not today.
Nice. I just seen Perry has written, am I late? You're just a little bit late, Perry, but don't worry. You're here at least saying Miss Bit of Andrew, we can watch it back after. And so what else have you been up to? We know one project we've both worked on.
There is something we've both worked on together.
Show a little trailer.
I think we should show the trailer.
Let's show a little trailer. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. We've done this. I can do this. I can do this.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing?
go dancer rocks up outside your home. Woo! Fantastic!
Wow, fabulous.
Performance done. It's time for you to bust a move.
Thank you all for coming to my show.
Yeah, we're in it. Am I allowed to have fun, or is it serious?
Welcome to Goggle Dance. Goggle Dance.
There's a familiar voice on the voiceover.
There's a familiar voice in there. I like it.
I want to know who that is. Yeah. Do you want to say what it is? What is this thing we're talking about, Sarah?
Goggle Dance. Well, Goggle Dance turns up at you on a street or in a town, and it there's sets of instructions for families or people inside their houses to do, and then they create their own dance, which gets filmed and then is made into a series. I mean, that's a very way to explain it.
All right to me, yes. So I will say it is the artistic brainchild of Wayne Parsons.
Yes. Oh, yes, I should say that first.
Yeah, I can't complain. Sorry, I can't claim any of the artistic inspiration or direction. But yes, we've been putting that together over the last year in different cities, including Scarborough, Bournemouth, Brighton. We are hoping this will continue as a project. So it's something that can be done COVID safely.
Yes.
The majority of the distribution is online. So people are in their own houses, in their own family or support bubbles, and it starts with a live performance. A professional dancer comes outside, performs, does a little warm-up, does a little follow me section, and then the family or group of people inside improvise and do a little freestyle at the end. And we put it together into a film, and Sarah narrates it, and she's very funny and it's very sweet.
Well, it's written by Anchor, who works with Wayne a lot, and yeah, I love working with Wayne. It has been so cool. I've never done voiceover stuff before, so I was really excited to do that. And it was really interesting working with him because he's, first of all, I think we thought it'd be so easy. Give the script, off we go. But then, of course, it isn't, because I have to be directed over how it needs to be said. And I'm also not a professional voiceover artist or an actress. So it was just, it's been great. I really enjoy the challenge.
Oh, but I think you come to it in a very kind of natural and warm way. I think your kind of live presenting experience comes across. But they're also, it's just, the families and groups of people have been so lovely. I love that lady saying, "Am I allowed to have fun?" No.
Oh, I love it. And actually in those last videos, the guy who got really, really into it and like all this... so I'll leave the links in the description if you want to go and watch any of the last 3 series. They're all little like 2.5 minute, 3 minute videos, right? They're not long, and they're so much fun. Should we answer one more question?
Why don't we?
People, is it cheeky to ask for an extra fee when asked to adapt a show to go online?
Oh, again, I think I need a little bit more context to that question. So presumably we're talking about
a show that exists already and someone's asked for them to do it online.
Well, I think there would definitely be costs associated with that. So absolutely,
I think
reimbursement for additional expenses would be appropriate. So whether it's it's a little, again, is it your original commissioning partner perhaps, or is it a venue that is touring the work online? We've seen a bit of that recently where somebody's tour maybe isn't happening in person, but is touring to different venue websites. So I think there are costs associated with remaking the work, with filming it, or even editing a film that exists. Then I would be asking for those. Yes, not cheeky at all. I think it's just not cheeky. No, people ask to be paid.
Exactly. I did a show at Reading Dance Festival back in October. I started with Jason Donovan, a show, as you know, that I did back in like 2015, 2016. And they gave me extra money, like to adapt it, to put more time in. I thought, You're cool. Like,
Yeah,
they didn't expect- I think it was quite good of them.
I would say if the offer is not being made as standard, then I would definitely put in a request. I think sometimes when people see a breakdown of what the costs are, if you can kind of put together even a quick back of the envelope budget for what you're going to need to do and present that, then it will help you make the case. But I think naturally there will be additional expenses involved, whether you're shooting it or re-editing. So I would jot those costs down, put them in a spreadsheet, ping it back to whoever's asking you and say,
yeah,
can we use this please, because it's going to cost us. Completely reasonable.
So much. So the other question might be a bit vague. Is everything going outdoors? Like, is that somewhere where should people be starting to think about only putting their work outdoors for the next?
Gosh, do you know that one is the $1 million question right now? So I do have absolutely lined up to go into indoor theatres and indoor site-specific locations. I think a lot hinges on what's going to happen later this month and even beyond. I think what this question is maybe hinting at is there going to be a third wave? Is there going to be another set of restrictions and lockdowns? If there is, then certainly I would say last summer outdoor performances did go ahead. Some festivals were able to adapt in a socially distanced manner. So if you have a piece of work that might be suitable for outdoors, might be the time to dust it off and see who'd be interested in that. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you if everything is going to go outdoors forever. But if you have a piece of work that either exists for outdoors or is adaptable, it may be worth thinking about. If you've not made outdoor work before, it probably is a good idea to consult with somebody that has expertise in that area, because I think there are special skills, not like we're all so special, but it's not the same as just dumping your theatre show in an outdoor place.
I know a lot of the outdoor arts sector, we're all getting like quite... I completely agree. It's a different kind of art form. We're at the kind of already at past. We're gonna just going. I'm gonna take you out, bring Sam in, and we'll speak to you at the very end. If you get any questions for Lisa, please do put them in the comment box. She's an amazing producer and artist. If you got any questions, please do put her in. Right, I'm gonna take you out, Lisa. Thank you so much. What a dream boat. Any questions? Perry, you're here. You're normally bubbling with questions, so Perry, you get them in. I know you're not a dance artist, Perry, but you know, you may have some other questions. Okay, we're going to bring the next person in. Quite familiar with him, and it's been quite a weekend. Let's just bring him in. Let's just see what's happened. Hello, Samuel.
You're not going to give me a warning? Thumbs up.
Oh, I like it everybody else. Okay, I'll take you out and I'll do it again. Okay, Sam, I'm going to bring you in now. Thumbs up if you're ready.
Oh.
I think that was a good time to take your socks off. Okay, well, something major happened at the weekend. One of your videos went viral with 139 views and 30 likes. Should we have a look at that video now before we start?
Yeah. Well, that was worth bringing me on for, wasn't it?
Do you want to just talk us through the video? What was happening there? What did you discover in that video?
I discovered that I could move a bottle with only the power of my mind.
And how did you recognize that you could do this?
I went like that with my hand at the bottle, and then the bottle moved.
And now with your newfound fame, like what are you going to do? Like, are you going to keep doing your normal mortal job, or are you going to now step on to new things?
Maybe join a circus.
Join a circus. Well, we could probably, set you up with Lisa. I'm sure she could produce your new show. That could probably work.
I'm not sure there's enough for an entire show. I think it's more of an Instagram post.
An Instagram post circus show.
Yeah.
Sure. If there's any questions for Sam and his new wizardry, get them in. Had you read any books, like Harry Potter or like any kind of magical spells books before you found out what you could do?
Yeah. What? I didn't hear what you said. It froze.
It froze. Oh, I was wondering, had you read any like Harry Potter or any kind of... Let's read the comments. Okay, so
what's Perry saying?
Perry said, "Wow, Sam's a god."
Yep.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about somebody calling you a god?
Well, I'm finally getting my recognition.
Recognition. I agree. Jill Blanc is clapping.
Actually, these are all magic books right here.
They're all magic books right there.
This one here.
Let's keep that out. There's kids watching. We've got another comment from Andrew, Andrew. Who's Andrew? That's Adam. Which we'll bring to you, Lisa, when we get back. You get you back in. Samuel, do you want to try? I'd like you to try and move something on screen because I think that would be really good just to prove that you're able to do this. So, could you try and do that, please?
Oh, yeah, I just put this cup on the table here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if you can move it.
It's not working.
Oh, try harder.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Look at that, everybody. It's moving across the screen. Oh, very good. This is going so well, Sam.
You want me to do a Rubik's Cube in 10 minutes or less?
You could do that whilst we talk to other people, yes. Perry is because he's got a t-shirt on saying God.
Oh, it's not because of my powers.
Not because of his powers. Perry, was it because of his powers? Shall I bring the others in? And we can all chat together? Right, bring you in, Andrew and Lisa. You what?
Put an end to this. It wasn't coming.
It was riveting, Sam, and thank you for being here with us. Andrew, your first question from people we got from Chloe Mead. She wants to know, I'd love to know how the scarf and belt were made. Was it with a tool or by hand?
Well, the belts were made with these. They're called tablets, and it's called tablet weaving. It's the oldest form of weaving. So what you do is you thread each of the holes,
right? And
then depending on the pattern, you turn them either forwards or back. That's it.
Oh wow!
So, like with the belt I showed, that took, I think it was 12 of these, but I have done belts with using 46 of them. And there's a woman in Israel who tablet weaves, and she uses hundreds. Oh. Yeah, her work is amazing. But for the scarf, it's called a rigid heddle loom. Basically, you just lift the thing up and down, and so it's kind of like the same principle as turning these back and forwards. So it kind of goes up and down, and that's what I use primarily. I have another loom, a floor loom, that I use for doing wall hangings. So
amazing.
Which is
no, keep going.
Which I kind of taught myself how to do. So, like, I was shown how to tablet weave, but doing the scarves of that, I'm actually self-taught. I just taught myself how to do it. And I kind of make up my own patterns as well as doing tartans and plaids. So last year I kind of done a series based on nature, like the colors in nature, like volcanoes, the tulip fields in Amsterdam. If you see them from below, it just looks like a patchwork of color. So I kind of make up my own designs. So as well as using a couple of patterns I have. So.
Oh, amazing! I'll make sure I'll put your website into the description so everyone can go and look at all your work and everything.
Yeah, I don't have an actual website, but I have a Facebook page, Double Dragon Weaving. So.
Okay, great. I shall find and put in. Adam has messaged something. I'm always keen for more larger dance companies to perform at free outdoor festivals, international festivals, to give more general public audiences to have a chance to see contemporary work. Adam is another creative producer, exec producer, and he does his company C12 works a lot outdoors, so he knows his stuff. So that wasn't a question, Lisa. That was just a comment.
But yeah, absolutely agree. I mean, I think, if you have a really good day in the theatre, you can sell hundreds of tickets. If you're outdoors at a free festival, the footfall can be in the thousands. And absolutely a good way to reach new audiences who might not enter the theatre to come and see contemporary dance. Definitely a lot of people will report this as their first experience of seeing a contemporary dance company of any kind, or that kind of performance. So absolutely can be very positive. Just a few things to be aware of, I think, if you take work outdoors. So if it is new for you, I would recommend having a chat with somebody who does that regularly and can give you some pointers on how to do it most effectively.
Like Adam. I mean, that's how I first saw dance and theatre. In Spree was an outdoor festival, which Andrew already talked about. That was my first experience of it. And Perry said to Andrew to make a process video on your Facebook video, process videos.
Yeah. I've been meaning to do that for the last 4 years, but I've never got around to it. But I will actually do one. So yeah, it looks complicated, but it's actually quite simple. It's very logical, which I'm not logical. I'm the complete opposite, but I find it very relaxing. So.
Well, you've got Perry and Chloe, and I know myself and Sam and Lisa would definitely watch those videos.
Yeah.
Sam, yeah. What do we all think of Sam's newfound magic? Quite good, Sam. Sam on his way home from the pub, when I put out the thing yesterday saying who'd like to come on the live, drunkenly said yes I would, and so he stayed with his word whether he wants to come on here or not.
Absolute sign of a keeper there,
Yes, exactly. What did Perry saying? God, Sam, I will tell Mum. Perry, we don't know what you're talking about. Sam, what were you doing? That Perry is going to tell her.
I think it might have been this book.
Okay, let's get that book away. Okay, thank you very much. Any more questions coming in? Let's just see if there's any questions coming in. We'll do some quick fire questions with everybody. And we're nearly over time. Let's have a little dance while questions might come in, might not come in. Let's have a little dance together. You all love this. Dancing. Come on, Andrew. Yes. Sam, you love it. Perry's dancing. Woo! Perry's saying it's about God, Sam, and that is what being in school in Ireland is like. Not blaspheme. Okay. Things are not changing in Ireland, as you can see it all. Thank you all so much for joining me today in my June live. For those who are watching, thank you very much. If you've got any questions, put them into the comments. Write a comment. Like this video. If you don't not subscribe, please subscribe. All these things are free to do, and it really helps the channel. Thank you all so much. I could have spoken to you all, especially Andrew and Lisa, for so much longer. and Sam, who is next to her. I could have spoken to you all for so much longer. Thank you very much for coming on here, giving of your time. And I'll leave all their details down below if you want to get in touch with them, to follow all their work and everything they get up to. And yes, have a lovely rest of your evening, everybody. I'm going to end this broadcast. Goodbye.